go ahead and grab my metronome here, my trusty metronome rigging, and get that started up. Fire that up. Good. Good morning. And welcome to the morning ritual for guitar growth. I'm Jason. I will be from Jason Carey Guitar. I will be your host this morning. Hey, good morning, Sky. Good morning. First one this morning. I think the lighting is a little bit, it's going to be a little ragged this morning, but that's okay. We're just playing guitar anyway, just warming up. Where they make it hard to find your channel sometimes. Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that. I'll go ahead and any of that feedback is good for me. It's good for us to have. Let's take a look at this right here. Get that volume down. Oop. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Mark. Yeah, does the mood work okay? Is it? Yeah, it's kind of chill. Is it bright enough where you can see what's going on and feel like you can participate? So while we're here, we'll go ahead and start with good morning posture. I had to take a few days off of the morning routine, the yoga routine, the yogic routine. I had an impinged shoulder, and my fret hand shoulder was impinged to the point where I thought maybe the arm would just fall off. So I've been taking a couple of days to heal it, and I think it's now healed. So I'll likely start the yoga a little later today, but that's such a huge piece of my day that super important for the lower back for me. Send also, I know you guys know 𝗬𝗎𝗌𝗆's The Fishing, right? Anybody want to partner up with me on a track that we can give him for like some sound tracking? I know Anthony's been talking about it. I don't know if you've actually given him any files yet or not, but if anyone would like to partner up with me, I can give you some rhythmic tracks, and then you can work some melody or solos or something. Just let me know if you're at all interested in that. You can email me at jasoncareyguitar@gmail.com, and we can continue that discussion there if you'd like. So we'll go ahead and set our intention for the morning. Just set a good quality intention, or morning, prayer. It's Happy Thursday today, isn't it? It's going to be one of those intentions that for me it's just specifically about this practice. Good. I think we're in pretty good shape. We'll call it close enough. I have some really fun things to work on today. I've been thinking a lot more about transcription and ear training. I'm not sure if we're going down that road today. We'll find out. Time will tell. Time will tell. But then I'd like to start working more symmetrical scale work today, so that fits nicely into our warm-up sequencing. Also some more chord changes, where we started talking yesterday about incorporating the cycle 4 into our chord transition program, chord learning and transition programming. We also want to incorporate other methods, other kinds of patterns. You know, maybe we're working in the diminished sequence, which is what we did yesterday. We could do the, you know, we can do a lot of different things. The trick is to move the guitar chord parallel so that it's really easy to play. But what if we played this all as close to one position as we could, and then just for the sake of convenience, so we'd have a C major 7, an E flat major 7, a G flat major 7, C flat major, C major 7, E flat major 7, a G flat major 7, and then we'd have an A major 7, and then back to C major 7. So what I'd like to do is start talking about economy of motion, and so maybe we start working that into our warm-ups as well. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started, because it sounds like we're pretty close to being in tune, and we're starting with fingers 2 and 4. We'll get stretchy. 1 E and a 2, T E and a 4. You go 10 and 12, fingers 3 and 4. And you'll notice that I'm using my fingernails again today, which feels great. All right, so we have Sky here, Kevin, Sky again. I like the mood. Certainly appreciate that. Mark, good morning. Good morning. I've got a mocha pot coffee this morning. So it's the stove top espresso. Kevin, Raul, nice shirt, my friend. I have another thing, because I couldn't sign that. I have another thing, a special gift for you, because of your, you know, your sizable order there. So I'll get with you on the email. The t-shirts look great. The t-shirt looks great on you, and I see the 𝗬𝗁. That's a beautiful guitar song to be working on your channel. So thanks again for representing the brand. I definitely appreciate all of the work that you're doing to help spread good news. 1 E and a 2, fingers 2 and 3 on E 10 and 12. 1 E and a 2. You know what to do. Here we go. Good morning, Mr. Tortorello. Seems to be good light on the frets. Okay. Hey man, t-shirts are right. Good. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much for that. Any support like that goes a long way in my heart, in my mind. Okay. Mark, good morning. Bernie, good morning. Bernard. Robbie, good morning. Thanks, Kevin, for being there with the broadsword. I'm not sure what it was that you did, but I'm sure it was necessary and appreciated. So, some guy's back. Good morning, Stephen Bray. Sorry I can't watch again, but hello to you all. I hope you have a good day. Stephen Bray, thanks for being here. One of these days, you will have the time to sit down and with your guitar and enjoy an hour of time for yourself with us. And I really appreciate you taking the time to be here in the live chat with us. 1 E and a 2, fingers 1 and 2, 10 and 12, go. And we're off. Japan in the house. Is that Japan there? Stephen, having a super day. Feels good, so good to have the guitar back in my hand. Also, very good, man. So today is not a road day for you. Good for you. welcome to the show. I know you've been carefully sort of like paying attention along the way here, and it's appreciated. I'm not sure what happens here, because like a week ago we had like 11,000 viewers on the channel, and this is just going to reiterate my point. My initial point of this whole thing was to just be doing this for my own person and for my own personal benefit and for my own personal gain. And since I wanted to do this for myself, fingers 2 and 4, 9 and 12, 3E and 4E go. Since I wanted to do this for my own person, I figured other people must be wanting to do this as well. So that's where we are today. We're on episode, I think today is like 93. 93. And we're not really in a rush to get loads and loads and loads of viewers here, but it is the way I look at it. Here, I've switched it back to the downbeat. The way I look at it, one of the ways I look at this and justify this is, number one, I was going to be here anyway, and if we have, tens of thousands of viewers on each episode, that's really cool. That's very exciting. It's super exciting, don't get me wrong, but I'm also here for the one, just the one. 1E and 2, frets 1 and 3, 9 and 12, go. Mark, there you are, Mark. Yeah, with a smash that like button. If you're here on a mobile viewport, you can also double tap the screen, which you likely do not need me to share with you. You probably know how to use your cell phone or your mobile viewport. Your cell phone, your bag phone. Anybody still using bag phones? Marco's in the house. A roofer is part plumber, that's true. That's funny how you mentioned that. Love my t-shirt too. Yeah, right on. We've got some t-shirt wearers here in the house, repping the brand. Trying to think about what kind of event we can have after, we're coming up on our half-year marker here. June, the first show in June is going to be our half-year marker. So, I think we've got to start planning little celebrations. So, I think this is about ready to get serious, right? Season 1, episode 93 today. Yeah, I'm going to take my top off of the coffee here and put it on you can't put it on this oak desk. This oak desk belonged to the president of a pretty large power company, and it's in the family. All right, so here we go. 1E and 2. Here what are we doing? 7 and 12. Here we go. Hoping the print would be good. If you can't read a shirt from like 100 feet away, what's the sense of it, right? It was shocking to see it on your channel, Raul. It's shocking and impressive, español. Hey, habla español. A little bit, maybe. More like no. I only know some profanities and I won't utter those here, but I do appreciate you being here, Alex. Mr. Rodriguez, thanks for being here. Yeah, glad to have your company, certainly. And Justin's in the house, yeah. Just take time to allow for discovery learning during your practice sessions. I hope it's all of you. I hope it's all of us. Here we go. Yeah, I know you're saying don't do it, but you feel like I'm going to do it. You can feel the tension in the air. We're breaking out the tortorello here. So yeah, get ready. I hope you brought your helmet and the chin strap because you're going to need to tighten it down. So we've got frets 10. We've got frets 12 and we've got frets 14. We're going to start on 10, 12, and 14 today, just so we can get that extra 1 fret extra burn. So stretcheroonies, here we go. 1 E and a 2, 10 and 12, 14 with fingers 2. Skip between the fingers 2 and 3. Skip between the frets between the 3 and the 4. And welcome to the world of the, House of Pain. So 1 E and a 2 and a here we go. I can't blame you if you just wanted to just go to flip to another channel for a few minutes. But I do appreciate you doing this alongside us. This has been a really great exercise for me personally, but I find if I talk through it, my arms burn like mad. They burn like crazy. It feels like I'm at 4,500 feet and then just pushing a little too hard with 80 pounds on my back. You know what I mean? It just feels the burn. You feel a burn. You know, your body's not going a step further until you stop and you regain your breath. So it's important to breathe here. Certainly important to breathe. One more fret. Oh man, whew. That is no fun. Oh gosh, come on now, man. Blue Zeus Briars, that's cool. I like that. I like that. I've seen you around before. Glad to have you back. So let's go ahead and do the same thing with fingers 1 and 2 and 3. We'll start 10, 11, and 10 and 12 and 14. And if you're just here tuning in, I'm Jason with Jason Carey Guitar right here on YouTube. And what I'm doing is I'm just here every weekday morning for an hour starting at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, or Eastern Time. So I'm here all year long, 2025. We're working on breath, posture, tune-up, and mechanic. My hand's not working after that. I just completely destroyed my forearm. So we're going to stretch just after this exercise, but I want to invite you to join us with your guitar, and it's free for the entire year of 2025. We want to see what happens when we do 260 hours of warm-up a year. That's what this is going to be, 5 days a week, right? For the entire year, about 260 hours. what happens to our guitar skills? Do they go up? Do they stay the same? Do they diminish? And we're going to literally find out, because we're going to review the first video and the last video that we take during these sessions and compare the two, and we are going to see what mad gains look like, right? We're going to see it. We're going to witness it. 1E and a 2E and a, you know what to do. Oh, no you don't. 10, 12, 14, fingers 1, 2, and 3. 2, 4, 1E and a S and R Noonan. Yes, I highly recommend improvisation. Yes. I mean, you can hear me riffing, you know, you can hear me riffing with what I talk about is certainly an improvisation. Good or bad, it is what it is, and it's here just as a placeholder to carry the space for the viewer like you know. Otherwise, if I'm working on my morning ritual by myself, it looks like this. Here. When I don't speak, you can hear, I don't know if you can hear this or not, but the guitar has sort of a spirit of its own, and through the sitar actually works really great because it has an entirely separate set, a disparate set of strings that actually are tuned to ring sympathetically to the notes that you actually ding, 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 right? So the notes that you play with a sitar kind of ring and sparkle with all of these overtonal structures, but the guitar also does that, and you can't really hear it if I'm talking while I'm playing, so that I can keep the space for the viewer, right? Can you hear that? I mean, the guitar is just a lot. Those overtones are a huge part of why I play the guitar, right? So I would encourage you to be here practicing with me. That's cool, but we can also be observant of so much more in our daily guitar lives. So much more, and so much to be thankful for. The fact that I can play these notes today, and they're not fast, they're not, you know, it's not 𝗳𝗵𝗴𝗵𝗄𝗹 this morning. This is just simply going to the spa with the fingers this morning. Okay, going to the spa. And you can hear those strings ringing along. It's just a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing to do. So here we go. Hey, S&R Noonan, let's take a quick talk about improvisation. So I'm going to take just a moment and talk about what I did yesterday. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play everything I'm saying on the guitar. That way I have an understanding of what my phrasing is really all about, and how I decide, or how people like the late great B.B. King come to solo on the guitar, they think about the guitar the same way they think about the voice. If you notice, you go back and listen to the classic, The Thrill Is Gone, and he's playing the guitar just like he sings the song, right? Only he's not singing, but he's singing with the guitar. So that's a huge skill, and it's a monumental aspiration for any one of us to achieve, or to even aspire to be able to think and say the things on the guitar in real time while we think the things. It's I think that's one of the things that's one of the reasons that keeps me sort of like coming back to revisit the guitar every single day, right? Why do I play the guitar every single morning, right? Why do I wake up and play the guitar instead of all of the other multitude of things that I could be doing? Why do I choose to do this? I only have one life to live. Like, why am I doing this? Interesting thing. And so it's that longitudinal observation that I'm hopeful to ask these questions, communicate with you as we go along, and just ask these questions, whether they're asinine or not, but to ask them, address them, maybe answer them for myself, maybe you can answer them for yourself, maybe they just get left unanswered to be addressed further down the road. We kick the can or table the discussion. That's all okay, but we're here basically warming up. So I'm going to get back to the warm-up. We'll count the clicks, 60 beats per minute, as 2 and 4. So 2, 4, 2, 3, so on. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 1, 2. So 1Z, 2Z, and putting on my shoesies. It's gonna happen. We count it off like this sometimes. We have 4 attacks per beat. We have 9, 10, 11, and 12 with fingers 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is the basis for any musical argument we would like to, by argument, of course, I mean logic pattern or logic model, whatever, any musical thought or melody or any musical thought we have. This is the foundation upon which we build a basis for our argument, right? And that's the warm-up, 1E and a 2. And so 9, 10, 11, and 12 on every string. Even, well, anyway, I've only ever really played, 6-string guitar. I have a big, fat, upright bass guitar, so I play functional bass too. So I do some of those sessions, but I do not do any of that stuff on the internet yet, because there's so many great players, I just want to focus on my own specialization, work on becoming a distinctive player in my own right, and be confident in the notes that I select. That I can't. Confidence is, how people say cash is king. Some of us say cash is king. Some of us say, confidence is key. You hear this, you can hear the high E string bark at me a little bit when I push a little too hard, give it a little too much gas. We're not ready to pull around the corner yet. Do you know what I mean? I have a friend who's into racing. Did I ever tell you that story about the GTI? It was an old white Volkswagen. He's a Porsche race car driver. So he goes to the races in Toronto, and he goes all over the place to race his cars. I'll tell you that later on. So now what we're doing, we've arrived at the place from whence we came. We're starting with fingers 1, 2, and 3, and stretch 4 this time. So instead of 9, 10, 11, and 12, we're using 9, 10, 11, and 13. 1E and a 2. no, onesie and a twosie and a book and on my shoesie. And here we go. I often like to dream about what it would be like to be Frank Zappa counting off his bands when he's not, you know, might be moving to Montana soon, raising down floors. I'd be raising it up, waxing it down. Little shining box, but I can sell uptown. So this is really fun to just think about music and think about even nursery rhymes. So even Mary had a little lamb. So let's see if we can figure that out. And I think that's what helps me to remind myself that even though I'm doing this mechanical sort of programmatic warm-up, it can still be, and it should still be, musical experience. Because I'm not quite ready to be assimilated just yet. You know, I think I've got another generation or two before I'm sort of like ready to go, you know what I mean? But, so I still want to hang on to that. I want to hang on to that humanity of the thing, right? This is like, if you ever get a chance to do a full body cast, I'll tell you what, do it. I've got a statue in front of a university here, you know, in the state, and it's just, I'm doing the kickstand here, 1, 2, 3, 4, but then we're kicking 9, 10, 11, 12, kicking it back to 8, 10, 11, 12. Here we go. 1 E and a 2, a T E and a 4. And the inscription on it's about man versus technology, and it's the same place, you know, it's just the study, the dichotomy that 𝗀𝗶𝗏 studied, man versus technology, and as computers become more and more perfect, and, you know, with the advances in AI and all of that stuff, it's more important, the imperfection of man is more important now, probably, than it ever has been, right? So somehow I want to think about that this year a little bit too. You know, I like artificially generated materials because they have sort of like a perfection, but also, you know, a little bit of a, you know, it's a little weird, maybe a little too good. But it's the same, we all talked about it the same way when we had, you know, the first digital audio workstations were surfacing. You know, oh, I don't like digital, it's too clean, you know, and then decades later we have plugins that create the hiss and create the, you know, the UV222, the Apogee, you know, the dither plugin, the dither pattern that they sort of use in mastering. You know, that became the new standard, and just so we don't lose the humanity of it all. So the warm-up period for me, the act of being here, is super important to me. I could literally be doing anything else, but I think the guitar is a cool thing to be doing, right? Oh, what happened? Yeah, my friend played funeral. Oh no. A friend had me play funeral music yesterday for my dog. I'm sorry to hear about that. Oh man, that's a tough one. Hey, good morning. I see I've been missing some comments here. So the good news is there are a lot of guitar players here in this live chat who are totally capable of answering and communicating many of the guitar-related questions that I might miss as we roll through this program. So that's the good news. The good news is I also like to come back and Samo, sorry about, or Blue Zeus, Briar, sorry about your doggy, man. That's a tough one. That's a real tough one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what I'm going to do is use this diagonal pattern and then reverse it. 4, 3, 2, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, descended position. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, let's try that. 1 E and 2, and you know what to do. Oh, stretch. Yes, there. Wow, we're half an hour in, Sky. Good talk. Good talk, friend. I'm on a mission today. So here's a stretch. And, oh man, that feels good. That's a good one. Thank you for speaking up about that, because I would have just kept going. I don't know where I was going. I was off somewhere, going somewhere. Here we go. Centering back into mission control. Same thing over here. I do this so I don't walk around funny. At least any more funny than I already have to walk around, right? So this is it. Right here. And then pulling a little bit, but I don't want to sustain injury, so just keeping it nice and comfortable, you know. Oh, Raul, sorry to hear that, man. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoy your day and the remainder of your day. And until we meet again, my friend, just keep working, man. You're coming along nicely. Adios, amigos. Yeah, Zappa was demanding, for sure. Oh, Prince too, yeah, absolutely. Boo, B-O-U, huh. Can you try ascending 1, 3, 2, 4, then descending 4, 2, 3, 1? Yeah. Let's do that. All right. Good ones. Play Freebird, yeah, that's right. The Baron, yeah, right on. That's I was waiting for that. I did Freebird, I think, on this channel. Maybe, I don't know. Did I do Freebird? I don't know if I did. You can go back and check. I think I did. You know, search the videos. I have hundreds of videos, you know. You think I had nothing better to do? Oh yeah, that's a good one. The video killed the radio star. That was the first one. Booked it by Devo for me. Yeah, there you go. Raul, great to see you, man. buddy and I were waiting for the first MTV video when it started. Oh yeah. Yeah, it was Video Killed the Radio Star, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Oh, that's right. I have a copy of that book. It's important to practice any permutation you can dream up, right? They should do a retro MTV to start from day one. Ah, yeah, that's such a good idea. That is such a good idea, Sky. That's a wonderful idea. Yep. It warms my heart that you get up early every day and practice the guitar. It warms my heart too, man. It just, it's hard to describe like how excited. I have to maintain my composure because I'm so excited to be with the guitar every day. It must be some kind of a calling or something, right? So 1 E and a 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4 diagonal go. Hey Boo Boo, thank you, man. Sometimes it's clean, you know, other times it's kind of I talk a lot to just hold the space, you know. So for those of us who are left over here, if you have anything, so I usually reserve the last 15 or 20 minutes to work on a specialization. Today I have some of my own ideas, but if you have things that you would like to chase down for the last 15 or 20 minutes of this session, now's a good time to light up that live chat with anything that you would like to work on, anything you think you'd like to work on. So maybe we can fold that into where we're going. If you'd like, you know, it's not obviously required, but just if you had any questions or whatever, we could work to, we could seek to address those. Here we go. There it is. And that is the last of that for me. So I could go through the major 7 arpeggios through the cycle of 4, which I'd love to do. And by breathing, I have this, you know, I can find areas, you can find areas on your body where you might be holding tension and then get rid of it, fix it through breath. A little bit wild there, but let me check the comments here to see if there's anything that you have that's pressing. Okay. Thank you for the compliment, Guru, again. Not corny at all, man. Guitar for everyone. I think it's you know, this is a cool space to talk about shop. I think it's important to have that space where that's there's an open, ongoing discussion where, you know, so long as it's sort of respectful, and thoughtful. I think it's, you know, it's pretty easy to engage with that. But when it starts to get a little bit, you know, spooky, is you know, maybe we start addressing that in a different way, with distance maybe. Guitar for me, Bernard. I think you did. Oh, let's see. It seems. I'm not sure, I missed something, I think. But guitar for me, it's made a difference in my day. Having this positive start in the morning. Oh yeah, huge, huge. Those smiles go miles, as you know, right? Bob Dylan once said, the point of music is to inspire, and you have certainly done that for me. That's pretty kind of you to say that. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about what would we do if we had the G major 7 chord with a sharp 11, maybe an add 6 or something. So I'm on fret 3 on the low E string. Because I want to continue along with fingerstyle today, I'm just taking a different turn. I'm working on that root and major 7 in the bass. I'm toggling back and forth between the G and the F sharp on the D. So G on fret 3 of the low E string, and the 4th fret on D string, F sharp, or 𝗀𝗶𝗴𝗵𝗴𝗏 So T, do, T, la, T, and then it'd be Phi or sharp 4, Fa would be here for Phi. So what's going on with my right hand is I'm thinking, if I had a looper, if I had my TC electronic flashback hooked up, which I don't at the moment, but I have a tonal memory that I can remember this pattern. It up and play some bluegrass, but I wanted to just kind of dial in some kind of alternating bass line with a thumb. That half step between the open G string and fret 4 on the D, and then fret 2 or the Phi on the fret 2 on the B string. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, done. So what I'm doing here is I want to leave some room. It's just to work on the first 5 notes of the G Lydian mode. Mark, nice to see you, man. See you tomorrow, friend. So play an open G and grab the A sharp on the G string, then the E minor chord. Ha. So really what I'm trying to do is find a melody. The diminished sequence that we learned yesterday, I also learned that I can move any shape up a minor third, and then that shape up another minor third. Hasta luego, Mark. Yeah. Maybe. That's cool. Yeah, very nice. Welcome. We're just wrapping it up. I'm just kind of playing along and just kind of playing the G major scale. But we're playing in Lydian, so that means this is the key of D major, right? On the morning ritual for guitar growth, and if you're just tuning in, this is super chill like finish. You know, we're done in about 9 minutes. So all I'm doing is just working on breathing. We're working on mechanical, tuning. We're also working on mechanical, sort of like warm-up style. Fingers 1, 2, 3, 4, those chromatic style finger warm-ups and stretches. And the last 10 or 15 minutes, which is what, if you're just tuning in now, I wanted to welcome you to the morning ritual for guitar growth. So stick around, because there's likely something here that you might be interested in. Now, which is an inversion of G major 7 with a 3 in the bass, and then we're approaching the 2/5 with an altered dominant here, and then back to the basically 1 major 7 sharp 11. And this gives us a perfect opportunity to continue on the journey too. So once in a while you get lucky and end up in a place where you expected you might end up, and then other times it's kind of a little more challenging. Still got to straighten out that last chord, that flat 2 chord, I want to use this as a bed so that I can work on diminished sequencing and then whole tone sequencing, I just want to work on symmetric scales. to make a, you know, a little linear voice line that goes. And maybe it's just the flat, you know, the 13, and maybe we go back to the major 7 sharp 11. So. It's got to be, you know, something like the 13, and the 13, and it'll function basically as the flat 2 dominant, and then that gives us a nice chance to start talking like inverted diminished. So let's do that. Let's start working on just continuing the warm up with 4 attacks per beat. Starting with the root note, flat 2, or fingers 1, 2, 4, and then slide up 1 fret with finger 4, which actually places us in 4th position. So we start in position number 3, shift up 1 position, 1, 2, 4, shift, 1, 2, 4, shift, and you guessed it, it's 1, 2, 4, shift, but we have to shift an extra fret here for the B string because it's tuned, you know, differently than all of the other strings, and it's a little bit of a hassle, but it's a nice little trade-off for the way it tunes the guitar and makes most things playable. Let's take a look at what happens if we patternize it. So, you know, there's that. There's also the D major pentatonic, or the D major, you know, Ionian mode. Let's get that fingering there. I think I'm going to decide on that fingering for this. And there we go. So here's the fingering, the first one for the G major 7 with B in the bass. And then we're getting ready to go here today, but then we have this nice, really nice, you know, 13 flat 9, and then we have the minor 7, and then we have that 13 again. Flat 2, and then back down to G major 7 sharp 11. Yeah, standard tuning. That's right. And so we'll end there today, I'm afraid. But I remain thankful and totally enthused about being here again with you tomorrow. I'm here every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time, right here at 𝗳𝗁𝗍𝗂𝗏 on YouTube. And I live stream these every weekday morning at 7:30 for the entirety of 2025. So I definitely appreciate you being here with me. It's always something a little different, but for the most part, we will always be starting with breath, with tuning, posture. We have some chromatic fingerstyle workouts, and that's usually for a solid 45-minute start. So that's what we're up to, and I appreciate you being here with all of us. Thank you, Kevin, with the blue wrench. Thank you, Anthony, with the blue wrench. Thank you, Marco, for being here. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Up about Japan, nice to meet you. Could you please play Yesterday by the Beatles? Oh. Try to figure out a reharmonization of that. I see another message coming up on my other system. I'm running late. I'm 3 minutes over, but come back again tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here with me today. And Wilson Falcon, we'll see you tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Bring your guitar and play along with us. We'll see you tomorrow. Until we meet again, I wish you happy picking. Yes, I do.